Yo.
What up? What up?
Let's go, man. Fucking summer kickoff, man.
Oh, man, that's right. It is June
2nd today, I guess. June 2nd.
That's right, close enough, man.
Yeah, we can say it's June 1st. Y'all just gonna see this.
Listen, it's been summer here in Florida for at least 30 days.
It's been summer for a minute here.
It's been actually like unusually hot.
And then it's weird because we're getting a cold front tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, what's the cold front?
Like, cold front for us, it's like hot 70s. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think it's 79, which for us in June is unheard of. You might have people trying to build snowballs or something out there. It's that's unusual. But man, official kickoff to the summer is here. We got a drink to go along with that. So yo, as always, welcome back everybody to the Carpet Improvement Podcast. He's Swan and I'm Sean, and every week we get together, have a few drinks, talk about things going on in the world, try to focus on things making an impact, whether it be good, bad, or otherwise. Hit him with the summer drink of the day. I'm excited about this one, man. we wanted to kick off summer appropriately, and you guys know we're bourbon drinkers. We typically like to do the nice old fashions and all that. So I started thinking about what would happen to a pina colada if it grew up and it stopped flying spirit and it booked like a man, like a man's vacation. And like, what would happen? And so threw together this recipe that it's a bunch of things. It sounds more complicated than what it is, so bear with me. I promise you'll enjoy it.
It looks complicated.
It looks complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. So in a shaker, you're gonna fill that up with 3/4 ounce of lime juice, 3/4 ounce of pineapple juice, 1/2 ounce of cream of coconut, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and then 2 ounces of rum. And for us, we did the Donku 7-year aged rum. First time I've had this. The reason I picked this one was there's some other rums that you could do, like there's some Jamaican and some of the Bahamian rums and the ones from Barbados that are sweet. Yeah. But again, I wanted to go for something like what would an old-fashioned drinker drink poolside kind of thing. Like what?
Gotcha.
And so the Donku, you get more, it's more of a dry rum. And what it does is it balances it out. In my opinion, to balance out the sweet of the pineapple, and the coconut. Yeah. So that the drink still felt tropical, but also a little more mature.
The bitters gives it a little, sort of like hard hit, or like I don't know how to describe it. It just it makes it just like a little more manly.
Yeah. Yeah, a little harder. A little harder, man. Makes you feel like you could hold an axe and shit. I don't know.
So we ain't looking like total bitches while we drinking.
Yeah, well, we got a fruity drink with a pineapple in there, but I promise you, what's inside is real thuggish. So after the rum in there, add your ice. Add your ice, and then add a couple dashes of sea salt. So there's some sea salt in there. Shake it up real nice. Pour it into a double rocks glass if you have one. So you'll notice it's a little bit taller than usual. We got the logo there if you guys are watching on YouTube online. The CFP lettering there. But double rocks glass filled with crushed ice. Fill that up all the way. Add the drink. And then float a little more bitters on top, the Angostura bitter. Just throw 1 dash of it, because again, it brings that aroma. It's a Sean's point, and it just hits a little bit harder. And then we garnish with a pineapple wedge. That's it. I felt like in my mind, so I was building it in my mind and trying to put shit together, and I had never really tried it until we just did it there. But it came out kind of how I was thinking in my head. So
and it was funny, man, when you gave me the first one to try. I was like, oh yeah, like it's perfect. Like I didn't feel like it was too weak.
Right.
And it definitely has almost like a bold flavor to it. It's probably because of the rum.
Yeah, no, and the rum's great. And so
that was 7-year age?
Yeah, 7-year age, okay. Man. And I think this bottle is sub $30, guys. So 7 years reserve.
Yeah, rum is cheap.
Yeah, rum is so cheap, man. But there's some rums like there was a Diplomatico I consider, but then there was another one. I'm trying to think of the name. I want to say.
But what are those, like 50?
Yeah, they're about 50, 60.
Again,
crazy. Nothing crazy. There was a Ron Zacapa that I consider, but yeah, I guess, I wanted to go with something Puerto Rican, selfishly, just because also then when I was thinking of the name of the drink, it's like the tropical vibes, the birthplace of the pina colada,
summer kicking off, vacations kicking off, all that. So we're gonna call this the Taino vacation.
Let's go.
That's what we're calling it, Taino vacation. So try this out. I promise. It is delicious, especially if you are a bourbon drinker or somebody who enjoys spirit forward, or you're a sipper. Like if you could just sip rum or just sip tequila or just sip, I think this is something for you that still gives you that vacation vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Compliment of the week, for me at least, is going out to your place, Newark.
Let's fucking go, Brick City.
Specifically,
Brick City,
Newark Liberty International Airport.
Oh boy.
So I don't know if they need to fire everybody from there or what, but they've had like 3 separate aviation incidents in under a month.
Oh, so, okay. This is the guys that hit the driver person a couple like a month ago.
Oh right? Yeah. So the first one was a Boeing plane hit a bread truck.
Oh damn.
Right on a highway.
Yep.
During a landing.
Yeah.
There was like a United flight that narrowly avoided a serious incident on approach.
Okay.
And then the latest one, which is great, there was a flight going from Newark to Spain, to Mallorca.
Okay. Let's go.
So, first of all, there was a 2-hour delay. Don't know what caused that delay, but it was a 2-hour delay. Plane finally takes off. They're about 2 hours into their flight. One of the passengers reports that they're seeing a discoverable Bluetooth device labeled bomb.
Hilarious.
Did they report it?
So then, of course.
So when they report that, I guess there's like this sort of like protocol they have to go through, and they basically tell everybody, yo, turn off all devices. All right? All but 2 people turn it off, but they don't know who the fuck it is. So protocol says you gotta go back. So unbeknownst to the passengers, they fucking turn the plane around. So 2 hours into the flight, they turn the plane around. They go back to Newark. They put everybody on a fucking like a bus or something because they have to investigate, and basically drive them around while they do this investigation. Come to find out, it was a fucking Bluetooth speaker that was owned by the 16-year-old kid that he just relabeled it bomb for whatever reason.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to fuck with people.
He was not trying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe not.
Bomb ass music. He was probably trying.
Who knows? Who knows? But it was like, once they found that, then they go, okay, almost like false alarm. It's just this. The bus brings everybody back to the terminal. They have to go through TSA again.
Oh no.
Bro, the whole ordeal is like a 10-hour.
I was gonna say a day later, basically. Oh,
it's like a 10-hour delay. So those of you with kids, we're part of that group. Y'all might want to make sure that you are, checking the Bluetooth devices and making sure
I'm immature enough to do that.
No crazy.
I used to name my Wi-Fi devices wild shit just because of that, so that people would discover it. And so I would name either my home Wi-Fi or my speakers or things, just real out of pocket shit. Yeah. But it's obviously a joke, you know what I mean? So the fact that somebody reported it do you think somebody got a Bluetooth that they're gonna label their bomb? Oh, bomb! It's on Bluetooth. I'm gonna trigger it with my phone later.
People are like, how do I find it? I'll be like, oh, you'll know.
You'll know. Hit discover. It'll come to you.
But when I was reading the story, man, I go, bro, only in Jersey, man.
Yo.
In Newark, of all places. Right?
To be fair, they're going back to Spain. It's probably some Spain. Nah, Newark's a
it's a special place.
It really is, because it's close enough to New York City where you get the benefits of a lot of New York City shit, but the New York people don't respect you. And so I think people from Newark got a chip on their shoulder, because the running joke, anytime anything's whack in New York is oh, that's from Jersey. You know what I mean? And we be sick of hearing that shit. So it's all their shitty sports teams, they'll be oh, they from Jersey. Even if the Jets suck, they'll be oh, they from Jersey. the Mets for the longest time. Oh, the Mets are from Jersey.
Do you ever know the history about why they didn't never change the name? I remember seeing an old newspaper from New Jersey that would have them as the East Rutherford Giants. Like literally, like a New Jersey, but in New York, it's New York Giants. But I remember a newspaper from like a Jersey newspaper. I can't remember which one it was. That it would have the standings.
Yeah,
it would say East Rutherford Giants.
Oh, it's because they were petty. I bet you that's some newspaper from Newark or whatever, or
I'm
Jersey
sure.
being like, nah, they from here.
Yeah, they from here.
Yeah, because the Giants and the Jets were.
Yep.
And I mean, for the longest
they still are.
Yeah, it's true. Because I'm trying to think of the Nets played in East Rutherford too back before they moved to Brooklyn. The Nets, and then they moved from East Rutherford to Newark too.
But they were the New Jersey Nets.
Yeah, but they were the New Jersey Nets. But I'm trying to think of the hockey team, same thing. The Devils were East Rutherford, then they went to Newark first. I think actually the Devils were in Newark before everybody for like a long time.
But still, they were the Jersey Devils.
I felt like there was one more team that I'm missing that was called like New York something, and then they played in Jersey. It was the Giants. It was the Jazz. It was somebody else. I should know this. But anyway, Jersey people got a chip on their shoulder. They just be angry, bro. And especially Newark. Well, Newark's at least like Newark had a run like in the '90s, like when I was growing up. Like where the like the music was popping in Newark, the pro athletes were popping in Newark. Like, dude, you got to think about from like '90 to say like '97, right? Newark produced Shaq and Lauryn Hill and Method Man and Redman and Wyclef, and you know what I mean? Like
wasn't Naughty by Nature from there?
Yeah, too? Naughty by Nature. Like, dude, so there was this like it was like this sentiment there that like, oh, we on, like. So I remember when I was growing, and that was when I was a kid there in the heyday. So like the pride from Newark was like crazy, but they always had this chip on their shoulder because like it wasn't New York. Right. And it's funny because like depending on where you live in Jersey, especially Newark, you could see the skyline of New York in the backdrop. So it's like You're almost part of it and you're not part of it all at the same time. You know what I mean? Like But we're some fucked up people out there, man. But they definitely got to figure out what's going on in this airport because I swear all of the plane incidences I've seen in the last month, you're right, have all had something to do with
that airport.
With that airport. And I'm trying to think about if I'm connected in New York. See, I won't even connect through Newark, man, because I'll be worried. I grew up like literally down the street from that airport too. I know too much. I'm not going there.
Yeah, exactly. But keeping with planes and bombs, fucking you seen Blue Origin? Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that shit,
bro. Jeff. So for those of you who have not seen, Blue Origin is like that. I don't know. It's a space company, a rocket company that owned by Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon.
It's Amazon SpaceX, basically.
So this New Glenn rocket exploded during like an engine firing test at the launch pad at Cape Canaveral here in Florida back on May 28th. And dude, did you see the video?
Yeah.
Oh. Like, it looks like a nuclear bomb.
Oh, it's insane. It's wild.
If you live there, bro, your house had a shake.
Oh, I mean, they're saying everything was shaking. You hear the boom, you're shaking. I've heard, it's funny, man, because I was outside that night, like going for a walk, and I don't remember seeing the glows or any of that stuff, but I do remember the sky feeling weird, like different, like around that same time.
Yeah.
And I remember then later seeing the video being like, oh, I was thinking, I remember being outside going, oh, the sun's setting kind of late. And it turned out it was just this, but it was like a throwaway thought. I didn't really think much of it at the time. It was like a weird thing. You
figure if you were outside looking in that direction, you probably would have been able to see it.
So that's what I saw. Then afterwards, I saw a bunch of pictures of people from downtown, from this area. And in the distance, you couldn't see the explosion, but it was the glow, that orange glow of like when the sun is just now hitting the bottom. So it looked insane, man. But I mean, thankfully no injuries.
No injuries, but man, it not only destroyed the rocket, but it significantly damaged their only launch pad over there. The other shit
whatever that metal beam is though, the fucking structure, held up like a champ, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, I want my house made out of that, bro. You know I'm talking about the little tower that it's attached to? Bro, watch the end of the explosion video, and when everything settles, that shit is still there, bro.
What I didn't know, man, was that the New Glenn had been grounded in April because they left a satellite in the wrong orbit due to engine failure.
So wait.
And like, they wanted to bring it out here, they couldn't make it.
So they just released it.
I guess they just dropped it.
And then they just headed back home?
And they just go like, fuck it, we gotta go back.
That's interesting. I didn't even know you could do that. You couldn't just go back with the satellite?
Sure.
Maybe does it damage the satellite, I guess?
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. All I know
they're like, yo, imagine if your Uber driver just left you like miles from your destination. I got you closer. You figured out the rest.
All I know is while that shit is happening, friggin' SpaceX, which is owned by Elon Musk, is filing for their 1.75 trillion IPO.
IPO, that's gonna be Elon's an asshole. He put rockets are hard on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this week Elon, you gotta check one off for him. Mm-hmm. In that sort of feud between those two.
That IPO is what, within a week?
June 11th.
Yeah,
I think
so. Next week. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man. That it said it's probably the most expensive. It is the most expensive already.
Ever, right?
Potential IPO, right? Ever. The market cap on it.
So what does that? Do you know what that means in terms of like share price?
No, because I don't know what the volume of shares is that they're releasing. I gotta go read. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, usually because theoretically it could mean that you're releasing more shares, but at a lower cost, or you're releasing less shares and then the price per share to that point. Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I gotta. I haven't read a whole lot because the last time I was sort of reading up on this. The last thing I was paying attention to was when they were thinking about just merging it with Tesla.
Yes.
And so they were thinking about not doing the IPO at all and then just merging with Tesla.
Hoping they would do
oh my God, me too, man. I was like, I had enough Tesla where I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of hoping that would happen, but no. But speaking, staying with stocks, man. Did you see? Was it the shit with Trump? So like, he did the whole shit with the Pentagon awarded Dell that contract.
Oh. So what is explain? So I saw the headlines. I didn't get a chance to read.
So not for nothing. For those of you that are like, like you want to get into stocks and not really sure what to get into, and I had this conversation with a family member of mine this past weekend. It's like one of the things you could do is listen to the president, love him or hate him. The guy's kind of guiding us into what's gonna make money.
Yeah, like remember how people used to follow Nancy Pelosi's stock trades? Yeah, basically now you
Trump is literally like saying shit. I mean, you've heard him talk about Palantir.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing, but again, he talked about Dell being a great company. He clearly bought into that, and in the last 30 days, their share price has I think gone up like $100 a share.
Yeah.
Well, they got the contract. The Pentagon awarded Dell like a $10 billion contract.
Interestingly enough, I don't see a whole lot of. Remember when Nancy Pelosi was doing this and the outrage behind them wanting to investigate her and investigate her husbands and all that stuff in the shares because there's no way that they were like historically good at predicting stocks that were gonna go up, right? And so
there's like entire like IG pages.
Yes.
Devoted to that.
And then now, like, to your point, not only is he telling you, but I am sure that his family and his holdings are all sort of tied into these things as well. Because did you see recently he bought into like a fast food company by accident because he thought it was something else?
No.
He bought a shit ton of stock in something, was what the news article was, because he thought it was some other AI stock. Turns out it was like a food thing. Just the name was like very close. And it was like, but he's also, and his family can also buy into the shit, and he has way too much control and say, bro, the amount of like, almost like blatant in our face corruption is wild now. And it's shit like we used to get mad before about suspected corruption and suspected abuse of power and suspected, and now it's like in our face. And I don't know if it's so in our face that we're kind of like, what the fuck? Like, is this guy really doing this shit in our face right now? Like now we're like, don't know what to do about it. But like, you don't really hear much about it. You don't hear a lot of shit about, like, even if
we ain't about that life, bro.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, even the Democrats, I'm like, yo, you guys are kind of fucking losers because this all should be, if you're trying to win your next election cycle, this should be front page news. You should be putting every single incidence of corruption. You should just be talking about on every single platform. You should be calling it out. You should be like the same way that Nancy Pelosi shit. You would hear about it everywhere and how good Nancy Pelosi does with trade. Like Donald Trump has done some wild shit to protect his family. And listen, some of me doesn't even blame him because I go, yo, you know what? If you guys aren't going to keep me in check, then I'm going to do what is best for me and my family. So if I'm going to continue to do this shit, I'm going to continue to go unchecked by the bodies that are supposed to keep me in check. Why the fuck would I not? Yeah. Like, not keep doing what I'm doing? Yeah.
Bro, we've you look at him and the things that he's doing for his family, and you go, what is of course he's gonna do that.
Yeah.
What's the wild shit that us on smaller scales do for our kids today that we go, we're willing to do. We're willing to do. I don't want to say anything, but we're willing to do shit for our kids that maybe we wouldn't otherwise.
I would say almost anything, man. I went to a Weird Al concert this weekend for my son. And
what's the fucking?
That was a low point in my.
The moment you said Weird Al, I thought about Eat It.
Yeah, he did that one. He did it? I heard him that live.
Was it here?
Yep, it was here in an arena, in Kia Center where the Magic play.
Okay, so that's a big, probably 17,000 seats, 15,000.
Yeah,
seats,
I mean they tarp off some of it because of the way the stage is set up and whatnot. But so maybe it's still 12 or 13,000 people. Shit was packed.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I say it's just one of those moments where I'm like laughing at myself because I'm sitting there and I'm like, the shit we do for our kids is wild. Like I sat through a 3-hour Weird Al show and it is exactly what you would think it would be. Exactly.
How old is that dude?
Bro, he's pushing 70. He's like 66. Yeah, man. And listen, to his credit, he is running around stage, man. He is energetic. He is bouncing in the crowd. He's pushing 70. I was like, bro, good for you to have that much energy. Good for you for what you've built in this this medium that is so niche. Like he's done this really unique thing where he's like a comedian with music, and he's built this fan base internationally. Because when I tell you this shit is packed, bro, I mean it is. I don't know if it's sold out, but it's damn near close.
So what's the crowd like?
Oh man, it's a lot of people that look like him. It's a lot of overweight people. Oddly enough, at one point I thought maybe
older crowd. I'm assuming.
Older crowd, no kids. Very very few kids. Yeah. Like my son was the exception.
How does he even know about him?
I don't know, man. He heard something at some point in time, a song. Shit. My son is really into all old music and movies. And
he's been into old movies lately.
Yeah, and it's funny, man, because he watches you've seen him. He'll watch stuff on DVD. He doesn't even want to watch it streaming. He wants to watch it in the old format and not even Blu-ray. He wants to watch it in a DVD or a tape or he wants to listen to music, and he's got CDs now because he wants to listen to the imperfection and the way the CDs are set up or the records or whatever. So it's really bizarre. He's into more of the analog stuff and everything, and so somehow he stumbled upon Weird Al and this whole thing, and he likes a lot of. It's funny, man. He likes all of the 80s hair bands. He likes all of the 60s, 70s, 80s. He loves Def Leppard. He loves so it's cool. Some of that stuff is awesome, but then you get Weird Al.
So he enjoyed it.
Loved it. Loved it. I mean, I was concerned. He was so happy. I looked over. My son's smile was so big that I almost asked if he was on drugs. Because I was like, I want to feel how you're feeling right now.
Shrooms.
And then he's so excited. Yeah, dude, we're walking home. And I'm like, I'm just like, what? And he's looking at me. He's fired up. He goes, now you see why I like him so much.
No.
And I went, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, nah, bro, but you know what?
I'm glad you
like
All right, man. So I see your Weird Al Yankovic.
Okay.
And I raise you Fortnite fucking tournament.
In person?
No. So not.
Okay.
So on TV. I don't know, but I'm assuming on YouTube. So one of my youngest son is into Fortnite, and he doesn't even play that much anymore. But he's still he follows all the major players and whatever. Okay. Right? And so he's sitting there, he's watching this, and I didn't sit down unlike you. I didn't get I didn't buy tickets or anything. But it's you gotta I'm interested. because I see how fired up he is about it.
Yeah, right.
Right? But I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, so I'm watching these kids come out. They're all like either like really pale, like they've never seen a day of sunlight,
Because they've never been outside.
or they're fat and then like living in their mom's basement, like. But then he's showing me he's using it, and he's going like, yo, most of these dudes are probably millionaires.
Oh, I believe him. Yeah,
right? Because they win, because they win money on tournaments and whatever, right? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, man, like, like the main guy on there is, he goes by Peterbot. Okay. And then they go like, oh, this guy is better. Like, this guy is better at that game than Michael Jordan has ever been at basketball. Like that kind of shit.
Yeah. And you're like, no, he's not.
No, he's not. Yeah. No, he's not.
Like, you clearly never seen Michael Jordan. You take that back. You disrespect him.
Look at him. Yeah. Look at him. He needs a fucking sandwich and a fucking and he needs to be outside in some sunlight. Yeah. That guy's lacking vitamin D. He's got jaundice. I don't know what else is going on.
He's got jaundice. He's a homeschool shooter.
That guy looks like he came from Columbine. He's been abused.
Good for those kids, man. Fuck, dude. You're so right, though, man. Like, so you know how you text me sometimes and you're like, tell me you're watching this game?
Oh, yeah.
This is why I don't be watching this game. I get caught up watching dumb shit like that.
But no, man, the shit that we do, like I said, that we do for our kids, man. I was telling you earlier, man, so my boys are all committed to working out for the summer. So I got a membership at the local gym. Going there, they're getting up at 5:30 in the morning. We're going in there for about an hour and a half. I'm trying to
hour and a half?
Yeah, bro.
You trying to break these kids?
No, man. You know what's funny, man?
Hour and a half is crazy.
No, when you got 4 of us in a rotation.
Okay. So they're not all working out for an hour and a half. And okay.
Shit goes by. It takes long, man. Like, I usually do like 10 minutes of cardio, 10 minutes of core to just start. So that's 20 minutes gone. And then we go into maybe 4 exercises, man. And it takes us an hour.
Wow.
So we're like at close to an hour and a half, sometimes a little bit longer, depending, bro. And but like, I'm proud of them, man. Like, they've committed to it and they've stuck to it. Getting up at 5:30 in the morning
sucks.
Is never fucking easy.
Yeah.
It sucks. So like, I'm proud of them, man. And it's taking me. My workouts used to be like 50 minutes. Now they're an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's worth it, right?
Don't remember that somewhere else. Somewhere we thought, and who knows, man? Like might turn into lifelong habits. Yeah, hopefully keep.
Yeah, hopefully, man. And I tell them, man, I'm very honest with them when I go, yo, man, getting up at 5:30 in the morning is never easy. It always sucks, and it's not about being motivated. It's about being disciplined and being consistent.
Yeah. Well, at least you get them to do stuff, man. I can't even get my kids to pick a vacation right now for the summer, man.
What are you talking about?
Bro, my kids be so whack. They're at that age where we live in Orlando. You've done this. You know how you go to Disney and every dad there looks like he wants to kill himself.
Yeah,
and some of them do.
I'm usually one.
And then, and then some of them do. And then I don't, and it's like a lot of people don't realize is that like for dads, like you're acutely aware of like the effort it took to get to Disney, like logistically, like money, like the sacrifices, the thing, just everything, right? That it took to get there, and what you had to do, and then when you're there, you have to convince the people that you took there that you're supposed to be having fun, and that's frustrating in itself, right?
And if you go to Magic Kingdom, they don't serve alcohol.
Yeah, right.
So I can't even.
So
drink.
then you can't even drink, and then you got to sit here and then enjoy your family sober. No one likes that, and so then like it just compounds, right? So like now my kids, man, are like at this age where part of me goes, did I make your life so good that you don't like to leave the house? And then I guess that's maybe that's how I make myself feel better about it. But the other thing is like, they don't like to do shit. Like even on a weekend, like getting them to do stuff. It's like if it's something that they pick, like fucking Weird Al, they're like, yeah, I'm in. But like, like recently I'm having a conversation. I'm like, hey, what do you guys want to do for a summer vacation? And like both of them are like, nothing. And I'm like, wow. And I go, all right, I'm not going to tell you we're going to go, but I'm telling you, give me what your dream vacations are. Like each one of you, just tell me what you want to do with it. None of them had anything.
Wow.
And then I'm like, well, okay. So I'm just going to book some shit and y'all just going to come along.
Yeah.
I tried to give you a say.
What would you book?
I don't know, but it's going to be some shit that I want to do. But now I know that I'm going to be miserable the whole time because they're going to be miserable the whole time. So then I'm that dad at Disney who's going to be like, can we just go play tag in traffic for a little bit? I'll be it.
You guys know. You guys are it.
You guys. I'm like, bro, what happened? Like, what happens to kids? Like, I don't know, man. It's like, do you have trouble getting your boys to want to go do anything?
No. But sometimes if you ask them, what do you want to do? I think that we've made it easy for them because everything. So typically my wife will plan out like our vacations. And to her credit, she does really good at it, right? And so it's always just been like, hey guys, we're going here. And then we usually have a good time.
Okay.
But if you ask them, I would imagine I'd probably get the same answer of just like, where do you want to go? Other than, I know lately they've been, after we went on the last cruise, which was, I think it was like 2 years ago now. They've been wanting, then they're like, oh, that was a dope, that was a dope vacation. Let's do that. Now, I don't know if they would have felt the same way if we had just gone on a cruise and not done excursions. We did excursions every place that we landed. So that helps. Like we landed in Grand Turks, for example. We booked this snorkeling excursion. So I love the snorkel. I know you do too, right? Besides the water, like amazing, it's like the fish that we saw different kinds of sharks, barracudas, whatever. Then they took us to the friggin' island where, like they get there and I guess they just, the guys that do this tour, they feed the stingrays. So the stingrays know, so when you get to this island, there's like hundreds of stingrays that descend on the island. It's dope.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, it's dope. So that's like a whole, it's I want to say whole day. Say that's like a half day thing. So by the time you get back to the boat, it's like, okay, everybody showers, you're tired, and then you're good to kind of stay on the boat and do activities there. If I had just took them on a cruise and go like, we can get off and go to the stores and then get back on the boat.
They probably wouldn't, yeah.
It probably wouldn't be the same. So I know like ever since then, it's been like, at least the two oldest ones have been like, oh, cruise. But it's like, what they really mean is cruise to dope places where we can do excursions.
So would you be better off just booking an all-inclusive resort somewhere that has shit to do around it? Like, go to
if
Mexico,
there was
go
enough
to DR,
stuff
go
to
to,
do.
go to Grand Turks, go to Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, whatever.
Like fucking 7 years ago, man, we went out, I can't believe it's been that long. We did Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And we, there was like 3 of us families, we rented like a 2-acre spot on the beach. And then, it was like every other day we did something. We did the zip lining, which is, what is the, El Toro?
El Toro, yeah.
We did, but that's like, if you haven't been to Puerto Rico and done El Toro for zip lining, that, for me anyway, is like zip lining to end all zip lining.
Yeah.
Like I don't even want to do zip lining no more after that. But we did that. We did snorkeling. We did the, what do you call, the bioluminescence.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so like every other day we were doing.
You never even left the main island, right, to go to the other islands?
No.
Yeah, and you still were able to fill up a week of
a week.
Yeah. Puerto Rico is so underrated, bro.
And we missed out because we had one day planned to go to San Juan. We were staying on the West Coast. So San Juan's on the East Coast. We had a day to go over there, but that was during the strikes.
Oh, yeah.
And the truckers shut down the highway.
Oh,
they basically just parked on the highway.
They basically just blocked it off or whatever. Yeah.
So we just stayed away from it and did something, whatever, stayed home. But I mean, yeah, it was dope. So like every time we do stuff, we try to plan like some sort of activity.
Yeah, so I gotta just do that for them and just book it and then drag them along. And they're at that age now where I feel like they're just too cool to want to. Because it's not even that they're like, I don't know what I want to do. They're just like, I'm good. And I'm like, what do you mean you're good? Like, we could just stay home. I'm like,
why?
It's whack. And then the other part of me goes, I made it so comfortable at home that you guys like being home. So then there's like, do you pat yourself on the back for like, hey, your kids actually like to be in their stuff, or or are you angry with yourself because you're like, man, I didn't make my kids curious enough about wanting to see the world or things or experience stuff or whatever, because they used to be. I don't know if it's this weird teenage phase or whatever it is. That's why I was curious to see like how your boys felt, because yeah, they're in this thing now. It's like not even enjoyable. Now I'm like, I can't wait till you motherfuckers go to college. I'm gonna have so much fun.
Yes, and can you please go away to college?
Yeah, I'm like, I got JetBlue money now. I could. I'm gonna have a blast. I did. It's funny. We were talking about the cruise. I just did one for the first time recently, and I, I put it off forever. It's just one of those things that never sounded fun to me, and for a lot of it, it's like kind of the reasons you were mentioning. It's like, you probably have more fun getting off the boat and maybe doing stuff, but like the idea of being trapped on a boat all day, like just didn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
And then visiting places, to me, you're not actually ever visiting places if you're just running off and you're running off to go shop at souvenir shops, and then you're running back before the boat fucking leaves you, right? Like that's like not a fun way, I think, to experience something. And so I recently did one. And then it's so funny because people hype up cruises so much that you go into it with this level of expectation that's almost impossible to, I think, to meet, because everyone who does it tells you about how awesome it is. And then you do it and you're like, fine.
It was okay.
Like,
yeah,
it was okay.
It's good.
Like, I want to do another one. Like, I want to plan another one, but I want to do another like weekend one. I think if I would have done more than say 4 or 5 days, I would have lost my shit. Like, I don't see the appeal to like the 12-day ones or like the 15-day ones or like that.
We did a 7-day, but we hit like, obviously like their private island, but then we hit Grand Turks and we hit DR. So when we went to Grand Turks, again, booked the sort of snorkel and the fucking Stingray Island, which is like all in one. And then in DR, we went like in the freaking mountains where there was like this place, like this cold ass, I don't even know what it was, man. Cold ass like river, but like with waterfalls. And then at the very end they take you up and they feed you and stuff like that. So it's a cool experience that takes you away from the boat, gets you a little bit on the island.
Yeah.
And you get to experience.
Yeah, it's a good way to get like a sampler, I guess, of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I would rather to me, I would rather just go spend
go
the
to
weekend
DR,
in DR.
right?
Yeah. Like I'll go spend 3 or 4 days in DR, and I'll get to go do that, and I'll get to go explore some other shit, and I'll get to do that. And then I get to actually experience, I think, a little bit more of DR. I'd rather go to like the Grand Turks and go like, no, let me stay there. Let me eat where the people eat. Right. Let me do stuff. Like, I don't want to eat at the fucking port at a Senior Frogs and stuff like that.
No,
Like
no. We actually got like authentic like Dominican food, right?
Yeah.
But no, I think what you said is the description of like a sampler. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You get to go to, you go for 7 or 8 days. You hit like 3 or 4 different ports. And you get a sample of these different places, and a cruise is like the only way to get that.
See, I think it's and I think like I'm already looking forward to like another one. Oddly enough, right? But I like the weekend thing idea. I like what I did love about it is I like checking out. I love the fact that you can't get into cell phone reception. I love the fact that you can check out, be present. Enjoy the moment, but then there's only so like the food's mid, like the food's pretty terrible actually, and yeah, I'm trying to be.
I liked it, man.
The food's
no. I don't not I liked it as in like, oh my god, I had these like gourmet meals. I felt like there was enough variety on there, and they changed it up enough to where every day when I went up there, I was always like, I could always find something that I wanted to eat.
Like I never had trouble finding something to eat, but I would say is like it's impossible to make quality food for that many people in that short amount of time at that scale. So it's like everything you had was kind of just like.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. Like to your point, like there was a night that had a steak and something else, and it was great. And then there was a second night, man, where we ordered like fish and like some other dishes, and we couldn't even finish the food. It was like awful.
It was bad.
Oh, so terrible. So bad.
That's bad.
They're like to the point where we're just like, we'll just go do the buffet, or we'll go do some nighttime, like snacking or whatever. We did there was like an Irish pub, or we're just like, we'll just do fish and chips or something like that there. Which again, it's like, it's cool, it's fine, but it's like the food is never good. You know, like whenever I hear people are like, oh, the food on so and so good, and they talk about a cruise ship, I'm like, never trusting your opinion.
I think it's just
ever again.
I think it's like the variety of stuff that maybe you get to try. So like they have restaurants on the boat, but then they also have sort of like the buffet style where it's like, okay, they got, but even on the buffet style, there's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 different areas where it's like, oh, well, this is like Italian, and this is American, and this is something else. And so again, you can always find something.
But we have that here. It's called Golden Corral. You don't even need to go on a cruise. You don't even need to go on a cruise. I can save you a few $1,000. You would experience a little bit of everything.
Go to the corral, just hit the movie theater.
Yo, and then after day 2, your liver. You know what I can equate it to? I think, and I love Vegas, right? So I think I love the cruise in the same way that I love Vegas. It's like, you need after 2 days, get me the fuck out of here. Yeah, my liver is like, bro, I need you to drink water. And then it's like, no more alcohol, please.
See,
like,
I didn't drink that much. Bro.
Oh, how?
I don't.
And you did it with your family? Yeah. Yeah, you really do like them. That's sweet, man.
No, man, I think for me, man, it was like, because we had the excursions booked. Yeah. It's literally like, get up in the morning, go get some breakfast, almost like get in line to get the fuck off the boat. And then it's like, get off the boat, you meet with the folks that's doing the excursion, you go out for several hours, you're doing that. By the time you get back, you're exhausted. It's like, shower,
you're definitely exhausted. I remember getting back on the ship and being like, you couldn't enjoy anything because you were just tired.
Yeah, it's like, it's like tired, but it's like, get something to eat. I might take a nap, you know what I'm saying? And if the kids want to go out, like let them go out on their own.
It is great to take like a butt naked nap on a cruise ship if you got a balcony room too. That ocean breeze.
at the port. with another boat parked right next to you.
And you take the nap on the balcony.
Cheeks up.
Yo, one of the things I love too is that like all the boats pull up like side by side, and it's everyone just flexing on everybody else. Yep. It's like you pulling up to a dude at a red light and you got a better car than them. Like everybody in the better boat is just looking at you like you're poor. And you're looking at the people in the shittier boats like, yeah, damn, that's so sad. Y'all pool look like that. You be getting cocky. But it is fun. It's like funny. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, it's super fun. And this like super good. Like I gotta do it like I gotta do Vegas. I'm like, I gotta do it. I gotta go do my 2-3 days and then I gotta be out. Like I don't know that I could. And eventually maybe I'll try like a longer one. Like maybe the experience will be different because like mentally you can kind of like prepare for the longer. But I remember feeling like it was after like a day and a half, it felt like we did everything.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, and maybe it was the ship too, right? Like that could be part of it. Where it was like after a day and a half, we felt like, all right, well, we kind of feel like we did everything. Like we could just go back and do everything we've already done. You know, that kind of thing. Right. And then, like the other thing I will say, man, to these cruise ships is the most popular thing on your fucking cruise ship, especially if you're out at sea, is going to be a pool. And like the sides of these pools.
Like they're pretty bad.
It's awful. I'm like, who the fuck designed this?
I never go into those pools.
No, you can't. You don't fit. You don't think. But it's like, I'm going, where did you think people were going to go? Like, if the weather's nice and you're in the Caribbean, right? The weather, it's warm weather and stuff. Like, people, like more than half of the ship wants to be out at the pool.
Dude, you got to get off the boat, bro.
Well, I did that. I almost drowned. We ain't got time for that on this. What? I almost drowned snorkeling. I don't even want to talk about it. Did I tell you about it? That's just not even the point. The important thing is I'm here. I made it. It wasn't my fault. It was all my fault. I might just be salty because I almost died.
All right, dude. Tell me about somebody got arrested at Costco.
Oh, did you hear this, bro?
I did not.
This person, man, I didn't. You know what's funny? As I up until the point where it said she got arrested, I was like, yo, I'm about to do this. Like, I was with it. I thought this lady had a terrific idea. I thought it was genius. I thought she was just what everybody needed on this particular day. And I feel like, sometimes we like what's when it's fun blocking? What's cock blocking for fun? What do we call that?
Cock blocking.
We just call it cock blocking? Because I feel like this person just got screwed over on the fun. All right, so this lady, her name is God, I don't want to tell you where it is. Well, 32-year-old Brianna Keller. Okay. She went into a Costco, dressed in black pants and a red polo. She had a fake badge that read Crystal from the beverage team. And then she spent nearly an hour handing out tequila shots in tiny ketchup cups beside the snack aisle. She reportedly paired liquors with frozen appetizers and told customers it was technically a tasting event, and even proposed a bottomless sample Fridays to management while she was there. So she does not work at Costco.
I was going to say, she doesn't work.
She doesn't work at Costco.
She bring her own tequila?
Brought her own tequila and snacks and just started handing that shit out to people. Employees grew concerned as customers started applauding her chants like weekend mode activated, and some were seen dancing near mattress displays with condiment cups. The stunt ended when a manager noticed the scene and Keller was arrested while shouting, "Who's ready for round 2?"
What was her purpose?
She just wanted to fuck around. And so one of the customers was like, I just thought Costco was evolving. I thought the shit was done by them. They all thought it was part of an event. Turns out she was just some chick that went in there.
Well, I mean, when they set up, because, in any of those places, whether it's Costco, Sam's,
they set up
BJ's, you get the little cards, they got the samples going on, man. So, if somebody was going I got tequila samples, I'm absolutely taking
14 tequila shots in. Just at Costco. We getting everything. I mean, we need a lifetime supply of almonds.
Not for nothing, bro. You probably spend more money.
Yeah. I thought that they should have given her, I don't know, like you said, some kind of commendation, maybe a gift card. I don't know. Don't arrest her. I bet you she kept the customers happy, spending more money, kept them there. Where do you think this happened?
Florida.
Let's fucking go. Do you want to go?
That's how we do it.
Points. Bob, do you want to guess what county in Florida was this?
What county?
Or what city?
Jacksonville.
Oh
no,
nah, Tampa. It's a good guess, though. It's a good guess. I would have said if her name was, so her name is Brianna Keller. I would have said, I'm not gonna say it, but if her name was something else, I would say that's right. Fantasia.
And you would have been right.
Oh my God, man. Bro, I'm still trying to figure out what law she broke. But
no, man, if I'm, because I've been in them places, man, and I'll take some of the samples and stuff. And sometimes, you take the sample, and if it's good, I do almost feel obligated to buy whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like in this case, they go no, well, if you want to buy the tequila, it's in because usually these places have the separate liquor stores.
Yes.
So it's you can get it over there.
Yeah.
There's no pressure to buy right there. She doesn't have the bottle. She's just giving it out. So you're probably shopping around a little happier.
Yeah.
Takes the edge off, and you probably spend more money.
Yeah, I think she should have.
They should have hired her.
Yeah, man, y'all be cock blocking on all the fun, bro. Fuck this place. Fuck you, Costco.
That's a new VP of marketing.
# free yo for real. That is your next executive. How dare you? # free Brianna. Weekend mode activated.
That's dope. Bro, I know we talked about, you had a story about some positive news. I know we try to touch on things like this sometimes.
Yeah.
And you had some good ones, man.
I did, man. I want to pop them open. I don't have details surrounding all of them as far as all the exact kind of the who and the what, but just high level. Because I think the news sometimes would be super depressing, right?
Yeah, it's things that don't.
Yeah.
Things that, I guess, positive things that have been happening around the world that don't make the news.
Yeah. So here are the things. Yeah, the things that nobody's talking about. It's children with Down syndrome may no longer be born. Japanese scientists have managed.
Children with Down syndrome may no longer be born.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So Japanese scientists have managed to remove the chromosome linked to this condition, so they can just remove it.
Oh, because it's an extra chromosome, right?
Yeah. So that's showing promising.
Remove it while it's while it's developing in the womb.
Yeah. So, or do you just remove it from people? I don't know how that works.
Or you could do like the Spartans and just throw it over the ledge.
Yo, at what point? So like, this is.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
Nah, leave it in. So like,
I want to be like, do like the Spartans and.
So like, what's the word if you're discriminatory against people with special needs? Because like, what if this
you're
was
not racist?
You could remove the skin color gene from somebody, and be like, I only want brown kids, or I only want white kids, or I only want black kids.
Bro, I saw a fucking movie.
I love
today,
that sparked.
It did. I saw a fucking movie today called Slanted. Maybe those of you out there might have seen this.
Okay.
So, interesting concept. It was about a Chinese family that comes over to America. And the daughter... Stop it. Stop it. Come on, Batman. Reference last week's episode, folks.
It's called Slanted, and it's a Chinese... Carry on. I just wanted to verify that I heard what I heard.
So a Chinese family comes over to America, and they have a really young daughter, and so the daughter experiences like discrimination in school.
Okay.
Right, and so she never feels like she fits in. So fast forward, let's say like let's say 8 years. She's in high school. And still feels the same way. She has a couple of friends, but she wants to be a part of the popular crowd.
Okay.
And always feels like the fact that she's Chinese doesn't allow that.
Okay.
She goes to a doctor. It's like this facility where they make you white.
So they unslant you.
In her case, yes. And so essentially she goes in there, she comes out, it's a different actress that's playing the daughter.
Oh, so they change her.
They change her into a white girl. So they change her into like sort of like a quote unquote American white girl.
Okay.
And so then she starts to sort of experience what life is like as a white person. There's a whole story behind it. But I go, yo, like, as absurd as that sounds, I'm like, they do it now, right? Fucking like transgender operations, right? You were born one sex, and then now you're.
I thought you were going with that. I'm like, bro, it's called Villa Lago. Like, could be so insensitive. Why you
gotta bring that up, man? My son got Villa Lago.
Oh yeah. See, you want to be white too.
Nah, man, his mom fought to keep him brown.
Man, let that man have good credit.
It's called mass doses of vitamin D.
No, but it does. You're right, though. Like we change sexes, we do that stuff. But interestingly enough, man, if you could do this, right, change races.
Yep. It's not absurd, bro.
It's not. Yeah, no, it's not. I don't think it's an absurd concept in the sense that I think you would have a lot of people doing this, like a lot of people doing this, man. Because I think there is and I think the problem is you have to have the human experience of being a particular race. Or a particular races in order to be like, yeah, I would do that. And you know, some people wouldn't. Obviously, there's pride in this thing that you have in your own. But man, it's like, yo, if you can go into a doctor's office and walk out and you feel like your life is significantly easier in some way, whatever that race may be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yeah, I can see that. And all the things we do for looks, man. Like, some people go like, maybe I would look better in this color, right?
This is what I'm saying. It's not that far fetched, right? We have surgeries that change sexes. You have surgeries that give you bigger lips, bigger boobs, bigger ass, bigger calves, bigger chest, bigger arms.
It is right. Yeah. Literally,
we do that shit already.
You can make yourself taller now.
It's not far fetched, bro.
It's crazy. Yeah. No, it is.
Well,
it's
not about the taller shit.
Yeah, you can make yourself taller now. They break your bones. They reattach some longer shit, and it's fucking excruciating, and it's a long ass recovery, man. It's like a year or something crazy like that, man. People, they're breaking your bones. It's insane. Yeah, there really is. You know what's interesting to me about the plastic surgery too is seldom are people better looking after. I very rarely have seen someone who's gotten plastic surgery that looks better after the fact, no matter what it was.
No, and it feels like that is a very like California thing.
Yeah. And then also the natural version. The thing is that the plastic surgery hasn't figured out a way to be better than the natural version of the thing they're trying to be. Like, if you had naturally big lips, the plastic surgery is never better than the person who has naturally big lips, right? Like, it makes your lips bigger, but if someone has naturally bigger lips, you're never accomplishing that, right? Like, plastic surgery hasn't gotten to the point where you go, oh, that's better looking than the natural version of that thing, right? Like, whether it's boobs, butts, thing, whatever. Like, if you're comparing like symmetry, sizes, all that shit, like. It's never as good as the natural version of that. Yeah. Like, it really is interesting. But we pursue it in every way, shape, form, like, continuously. Like, so yeah, you're right, man. I don't know if this is that far-fetched, man. Like,
sorry, I know I interrupted you, man. What else do you have in that list?
Fuck. I don't even think it mattered anymore, man. I want to be unslanted. But I sort of... the children with Down syndrome, so kind of fucked up for the Downsies, but things are looking up. We got France unveiled an artificial heart that can beat forever without the need for a donor.
Now, dude, that's big.
That's insane,
right? People that need hearts.
Yeah, if you need a heart and this thing is capable of beating in perpetuity, that doesn't mean you live forever, right? Because other things can kill you, but his heart basically will live forever.
Yeah,
that's wild. By the end of 2026, so this is very close. There will be eye drops that will correct the vision without the need for glasses. Will be available for sale.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And I wonder how does that work, right? I mean, I know you don't know the answer to this, but
and I don't know. Yeah,
are there different drops for what you
for the prescription
for what you have?
I'm wondering,
or is it almost like a single drop that just goes like, no, it's gonna put it no matter where you're at. It's gonna eventually put it back to where it should be.
Oh, see, I was almost thinking of like contact lenses, like they're drops that you put in, and they're just your vision's better that day, but then you have to reapply. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's permanent. Like maybe you're right.
I was thinking that's gonna be permanent, but no, that could be right.
Huh? We'll see.
And knowing the pharmaceutical companies, it would be what you said. It's like, no, you have to do this forever,
every day, but you don't have to wear glasses or do contact.
Right.
You just do
the drops. And then so you got to continuously fill that prescription. Go. What's that?
Scientists created a biological mini pancreas made from living cells that produces insulin on its own and could change the future of diabetes treatment. So it looks like a little microchip that they're basically attaching
to them?
To your stomach.
Okay.
Japan reached a record internet speed of 1.02 petabits per second. And for people who don't know what petabits mean, I think that's beyond our comprehension, but you could...
Is that like 1,000 gigabytes?
Oh, theoretically, you could download the entire Netflix library in 1 second. That's how fast that is.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's faster than anything we can comprehend. Yeah. So Japan is on the way of testing and doing that. And then there's another historic breakthrough in medicine. The world's first 3D printed cornea restored vision to a blind patient.
That's crazy. Where's that at? Do you know?
That is no, I had the story. I think I have it in the rest of the article. Oh, yeah, actually, I have it here. Oh, no. They don't have the Never mind. No? The Brazilian, no. There's because the other one I have in here is a Brazilian scientist. The number of paraplegic patients who regain movement after using their medication has risen to 100%. So basically, they created this medication was 100% created in Brazil, but it's basically made it to where paraplegic patients are able to walk, and they've gotten 4 of them on this medication to do this. So just a hint of kind of like positive, crazy breakthroughs that are around the corner, or in the news, but really not in the news. You're not seeing on your feed because they're not the things that like we click on because they're not salacious or sexy or whatever, even though they should be. Like, but we all tend to click the Jersey Shore clips of Snooki, you know.
Yo, how old are they?
They gotta be our age, right? They gotta be 40.
Well, 8 hours.
My age. I'm trying to make you feel better.
Are they like 40?
Yeah, they gotta be like 40.
Yeah?
I would think they're like maybe a couple years older.
Like I didn't
maybe
watch
mid. No. I love Jersey. That was my guilty pleasure, trash TV, man. I love Jersey Shore. Maybe because I knew a lot of motherfuckers like that growing up. Like growing up in Jersey, it's like you just knew people who acted like that, and you didn't realize that they were worthy of a television show. They just it was just Mike. You know what I mean? Like, but they maybe a few years older, but they got to be 40. I would say 40 to 45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole cast.
Yeah. They got around there, I would think. But I think the cast is officially ending their run on MTV. That doesn't mean that they're done, but I think they're officially done with MTV.
Yeah.
But something tells me that means they'll just go sell that shit to some streaming network or something, or YouTube or whatever, yeah.
How we doing on time, bro?
But we're probably right. Yep, hour 1, man.
All right, man. Listen, because I know you're a little under the weather.
Yes.
It's all
You're
good.
fighting it.
I gotta share something with you, man, that I thought was really interesting this week. If I can find it here, bear with me. I think it's this. So Claude, for those of y'all who know like AI, you guys use like ChatGPT. Maybe a lot of you use Claude. There's obviously a bunch of other ones out there. But Claude was asked for the most unconventional daily habit to become relentless, right? So kind of motivate you to become relentless.
Okay.
And I thought the answer was really interesting.
Mamba mentality.
So the prompt was, if you were human, what would be your unconventional daily habit to be as relentless as possible to ensure you achieve your goals?
Okay.
All right. And he said, and Claude said, if I were human, my unconventional daily habit would be to write my own obituary every single morning. Not the polished version, but the honest one based on how I actually lived the previous 24 hours. Most people only confront mortality abstractly or during crisis. But forcing myself to draft a few brutally truthful sentences each day would create a relentless feedback loop that no productivity app or motivational quote could match. And the example it gave was, here lies someone who scrolled for 2 hours and called it research. Oof. And I thought, man, when I read that, man, I thought about like, it's almost like I thought about, what did I do today? What did I do yesterday? And obviously you can just keep going, right? And so we have like this past weekend, we had the family over and it was a great time, right? And so if I had died that evening or the next day, right? It was one of those days where I go like, man, like that was a full day, both like sort of like the emotional part of it, the fun that we had, the connections that we make during that time, right? But most days aren't like that.
No.
And most days are spent like, I mean, we talked about this earlier, man, and not on this sort of prompt, but talked about how it's just like as men or even as parents, right? That we're sort of doing this day-to-day grind because we're having to provide for our families, and it's not always necessarily, and actually in most cases, it's not us pursuing our dreams.
No.
It's us making enough money so that we can provide.
I would say for the vast majority of men or parents or whatever, like it's not even so much pursuing our dreams. I would say we don't live the life that we want in the way that we want to live it, even on basic shit, because we're making sacrifices for everybody else around us. Like, and I think that could boil down to where you live, what careers you hold on to, what like all that is like
how many kids you have.
I mean, right, yeah, because I think what you start to do is you start to go, well, what's the practical thing for my family, right? And so I think for the vast majority of I think men, if you're doing it right, is like every decision you make goes against anything that you really want to do. And then as a parent too, like the extent that to women in the sense of like, if you're a parent, most women are making sacrifices in their day to day and living a life that they don't necessarily want to live in for what's best for their children, like in a lot of cases, right? So
I think everything becomes a compromise.
It does, but I think it's funny, man. I think that I think it's a compromise, but it's uneven.
No, I mean a compromise as in, and I'll give you a great example, right? Like, I have 3 teenagers. 2 of them are driving. 1 of them has a permit, and so, like, each one of them needs a car, except for the one that has the permit, right?
Yeah.
So, like, but the cars that I have in my driveway, so I have 4 cars, right? Somebody will look at that and go like, "Oh my God, you have 4 cars?" And it's like, yeah, but one of them is 25 years old, and the other one is 10 years old, and the other one is 6 years old, and the other one is 15 years old, right? So like they're all good cars, but am I driving the car that I want? No. And the reason for that is I go like, no, like I still like my car.
Yeah, but you're not driving the one you want.
But I'm not driving the one I want.
Right.
And I don't drive the one I want because I sort of compromise to keep the one that I have so that I can provide a car for the other person coming up.
Well, and that's what I mean is like every decision usually that you would make, right, is probably that. Like, could almost ask you that about every single part of your life. Mm-hmm. And, you know, down to job, down to like places you live full time, down to like how you spend your mornings. Like, you know, thankfully like the working out, right, is something you would have done anyway. But like, but to your point, now it's like, now I have to give up an hour and a half instead of 15 minutes. And yeah, granted, it's nice because it is an experience, but you know, certain things like the cars, you're like, yeah, I would have loved to be having whatever your car is that you would love to have, but you're like, I've sacrificed for everything else. I think I think it's funny, man, like the vast majority of us live our lives in this like state of you're basically settling so that everybody else can have what they want. Like you kind of settle as a dad, or you kind of settle as a parent, you kind of settle as a man. I think a lot of times or you sacrifice in order for everybody else to sort of, for you to get like the thing that makes the most sense for you, for the practical thing to make up for. Like your son, you could just tell your son's like, no, go work for your cars.
Yeah.
Like I busted my ass for mine, go work for, right? And so like we don't do that. And so like yeah, man, it's interesting how I think you don't realize that until one day you kind of wake up and then you like take inventory of like what you do on a day-to-day basis and your life and the stuff you have. And you're like, man, how much different would this be if, if you didn't have these responsibilities, right? Yeah. Like, and not that you would trade those. It's not.
No, not at all.
It's just like, yeah, it's just it's just one of those things like, man, life is so different because of who's around you. Like so different all the time, and that's not meant to be good or bad, because in a lot of, you know, it's mostly good, right? Like you're trading that off for like the stuff you wouldn't get had you not had this, right? So, but yeah, it is a fascinating, man. The human condition, man, is just like a weird. It's a weird, ever-changing thing that has no manual, and like I think we all just kind of go along with it, what we think is best, and it's weird because I don't know that anybody ever really gets the version of it that they want or necessarily need, but maybe the one that was necessary. I don't know. Yeah.
Here's one thing that I think, man, is like, you know, the whole concept of like the grass is greener, right? If someone had told me that my life would be the way it is now, back when I was 18.
Yeah.
Without telling me all of the sort of the trials and tribulations to get there, and maybe how I would feel, maybe the whole the grass is greener type shit, like I would have signed up for it.
Right. But then you get there.
Right. And I think you always look for, man, what else could I have done? What else could I be doing? And I think that the Claude answer to the prompt is just kind of like a wake-up call to go, hey man, in the midst of all the fucking grind that you're doing, like make sure that if you die tomorrow, you're good. And at least whatever you're doing, you're content with. And if you're not, then make a change.
Then make a change. Yeah. No, it is. That is you know what's crazy is that the computer has enough data on us. I mean, obviously they do, but how do I word this? That it has taken data and interpreted it like the real condition, the real life thing, the feelings, the emotions of that are so precisely, because, you know, it's like one thing, I guess we assume that this isn't something that's quantifiable, right? But there's obviously enough data and the stuff that it's ingesting to come up to that conclusion. You know what I mean? Like it's really bizarre because it doesn't feel like something that's mathematically quantifiable, but it clearly is because that's all that is. You know what I mean? It's bizarre. So it's like, it's almost vindicating in the sense that your feelings are sort of proven mathematically, even though we don't know how. You know, like, and it's also creepy. You know, like it's weird. Or it's just fucking listening to all of us say shit, and it's just like, hey, everyone that I'm talking to or everyone's typing shit in is all like, you know, I've heard enough things from dads like how to commit suicide in Disney, and then they're like, it's fixed. It's like I have enough prompts.
Why I gotta be at Disney? On that, tell them where they can find us.
On the Disney monorail. At the Carbon Forward Podcast on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, at Carbon FP Pod on X, at Carbon Forward Podcast on TikTok, and then all your favorite audio platforms or wherever you get your podcasts or music or audio books. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Geo7, Ghana, TuneIn, Podchaser, Pocket Cast, Radio Cast, Amazon Music, Audible, Google, YouTube Music, YouTube. Do your ask your smart devices, ask your dumb devices, ask your neighbors, ask your pizza man. Spread the love. Give us your favorite vacation cocktails in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. Give us your favorite vacation cocktails and give us your favorite vacations, destinations. What are the must dos? What are you guys doing out there? Put it in the comments. Let us know what things we should be trying, what drinks we should be having while we're there. Engage with us. Let us know.
And as always, we appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.